Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. Welcome to our seniors yoga class. And today we're going to be using a few little pieces of some props. I've mentioned in the first video, the one before this, that we use a ball. If you don't have any of these props, don't worry about it. You don't need it. A towel, a strap, you can even use a strap, kind of a belt or something like that. And then very light weights. If you don't have weights, feel free to grab some cans of beans or tomatoes, or nothing. These are just in case you're interested. Mine are very, very small weights. And you can even use the towel for the strap. So you can use that as well. We're going to be actually today using the towel and the weights. And but again, if you can, you'll be seeing this video and you can always turn it off and go and grab some cans. But this is actually recorded, all my videos are recorded live. So we will get started. Then finding that nice tall seat, kind of scoot yourself on the seat a little bit until you're comfortable. If you need to lean back for more of the back support, make sure that your feet are not hanging up off the floor. If they are, place your feet on something. Maybe you could put a book or you have a cushion. Well, really you need something pretty robust, something pretty sturdy to put your feet on. Or just scoot yourself a little bit further on the chair. We'll be concentrating today on, we'll be doing some hip openers and we'll be working on our muscles using weights, but also our own resistance. You don't need to necessarily in yoga use weights. You can use your own resistance, and I'll teach you how to do that. Okay, so let's sit up nice and tall. Let's find our tall spine. And let's just take our shoulders and lift them up and just roll them back and down just to get ourselves ready and comfortable. Release the shoulders down. One more time, inhale, lift, and then roll them down. And then take your head, just drop it to the left. Give yourself a nice stretch on the right side of that neck. And then inhale the head back up and let your head drop to the right. Something we should do every single day. And you probably do it not even unconsciously, you don't think about it. And then drop your head back, open up the front of that neck, and then bring your chin forward. Let's do another set of those. Bring your chin back. You can even place a hand on the back of your head to push into the hand to give yourself a little bit of an extra support, and then drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift up, drop your head back, support yourself with your hand. And then this time what I want you to do is put your your two fingers on your index finger, your middle finger on your chin. And I want you to bring your chin towards your chest. And you're pushing the chin towards the chest, but at the same time pushing the chin into your fingers, creating a resistance. And what you're doing here is you're strengthening your neck muscles. And then just release, keep the fingers on your chin, and then exhale, press down, then inhale up and press down, and then up, and then release. So that's something that's good to do on a regular basis, because most of us have very weak necks, especially as we get older, but even the younger people. Okay, we're going to do some breathing exercises. This one in particular, it specifically is called ladder breathing, and it's where you imagine yourself walking up a ladder, and you're breathing from the belly all the way up to your collarbones, and then working your way down again. So let's take an inhale, expand your tummy or your belly, whatever you call it, and then lift up, inhale through the nose. Now you probably have stopped breathing, so you might suck up a little bit of extra air through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Let yourself walk right back down the ladder until finally the very last thing that pulls in is your stomach. And then inhale, push the belly into your hands, work your way up to the rib cage. Keep breathing in, up to the collarbones, and then exhale, collarbones, middle, And then finally pull your stomach in. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, expand. Keep breathing in, keep breathing in, keep breathing in, walking up the ladder. You get up to the top and then exhale, let it all just slide down the ladder. Now take your hands on place your hands on the thighs. We're going to continue to breathe, but a little bit less intense. So you're going to inhale to about a count of 3 or 4 and exhale to about that count as well. And then we're going to lean forward, take a breath in, and we're going to circle around, pivot on our tailbone all the way around to the right, or it doesn't matter, whatever way you started, continue circling around. And let the breath flow here. So you inhale about half the circle and then exhale, complete the circle. Inhale around and then exhale. One more time to the right and then come forward. Before we do the rest of the circle, I want you to just let yourself stretch forward, stretching out that back. Just shake your head no, shake your head yes. Let yourself roll up, one vertebra at a time, sit back up, and now we inhale forward and we're circling in the opposite direction. Round and round. Keep breathing in and out. Oops. In and out. Keep going. Let the breath flow evenly. Create a little bit of create a rhythm with how your breath and your body, just as if you were dancing. And then one more time, around, and then lift up nice and tall. Imagine, think about growing, that you're a tree or a plant or a flower and you're growing, and then let yourself fold forward. Make sure you're on your seat. Heel toe those feet so they're a little bit wider than your hips, or quite wide, probably pretty even, much wider than your hips. And then come forward and drop your head. Take a breath in and slide the hands up your shins, or keep your fingertips on the ground and lift up halfway. And then exhale, come all the way down, forward fold. Then inhale halfway, so stretching out this back, but also strengthening the back at the same time. Exhaling, forward fold. One more time, inhale, lift. If this hurts your back in any way, you can just slide the hands up the shins and come up a little higher. But come all the way down, come back down to the ground. What I want you to do here is take your right hand on the leg. So it could be anywhere on the leg. It could even be on the thigh. But if you can go a little bit lower, that's great. Left hand on the left thigh. And I want you to twist and look over towards your left shoulder, or look down to the ground. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Oh, you should feel this stretch in your spine. And then take an inhale, come back to center. We'll just roll up for a moment, come all the way up, come back, and then reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale your hands to your heart. If you ever get a little dizzy coming from the bottom, from the ground upwards, just take a pause. It's usually because your head was lower than your heart. So just take a moment. And then take an inhale, and if you have any kind of blood pressure issues, you might never want to bring your head down lower than as low. You want to keep it pretty high. Now take your left hand on your ankle, so the opposite hand, or slide on the right leg, or up on the thigh if you need to. And then take your right hand, place it on your right thigh, and push into that thigh. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, twist. So in a way, what you're doing is you're lifting up, and you're breathing in, and you're breathing out. And in. So this is a spinal twist. Take an inhale, and let's exhale. Release the hands from the legs. Slide the hands forward if possible. See if you can get your fingers on the ground. If you can't do that, then the hands stay on your shins and you lift up. Or you reach your fingertips forward, drop your head. Inhaling, lifting up halfway, as if you're almost about coming off the seat, but you're not. And you're feeling quite stable here. And then slide the hands towards you. Let them hang between the legs, and you're going to roll up one vertebra at a time with the shoulders lifting and then rolling back. And then take your hands, grab hold of the back of the chair. If that doesn't work, just slide the hands a little bit lower or bring the hands as high as the top of the chair. And I want you to just pull yourself back and bring now your legs towards each other, and then lean forward as if you're just about to ski. This reminds me of skiing. So you're just about to, you're on some skis, you're just about to go forward, and then you decide to pull yourself back. And then lean back, and then inhaling forward. As you do this, lift your heart, lift your chin, and then back. And so you're working also your triceps as well. Inhale forward and then back. And then come up nice and tall. Release the hands. Now place them on the chair itself, the bottom of the chair, the seat of the chair, and lift up and open up that heart. Breathing in and out. And then lift back up. And then I want you to circle your wrists around a few times. Stay in one direction with the circling. And bring the arms back down and next to your sides. And then let's switch the circle around and around. Keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. I know you're feeling your arms. Let's go in the opposite direction. If you need a break, put your hands back on the thighs, but keep the breath moving. And see if you can do one more. Go in the opposite direction. I know. This is hard work for the arms. And then release the arms down. And just shake it out. Shake it out. Shake out the hands. As if you're playing, I don't know what you're playing, a harp. You're playing a harp, but very fast. So flick your hands around, flick your hands, and then flick them towards each other. Right? Okay, so flick, 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 flick. And see if you can bring the arms up, or you keep the hands just in front of you. You don't have to move them around too much. You can, if you want, you can add them to the sides, like a little bird, a baby bird, trying to learn how to fly. And just flip them, flip them, flip them. If this hurts in any way, just make the flips a little bit less intense. Your hands will be safe, I promise you. And then place your hands on the thighs, waking up those hands, yeah. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to spin around just so you can see me on this side. We're going to take your right hand and push it forward, feet flat on the ground. And you're going to take your left hand and take the fingers downward. And bring so place the palms to palm, but not, and then just draw that right hand back. So you're stretching out the wrist, and then you're going to drop that right wrist and bring the hand on that and pull the wrist. But be careful here. Be very gentle. And back, don't do this stretch. Just make it a very gentle stretch. And then let's take that one down. Let's push that left hand. Take your right hand and pull the left fingers back towards you. And then take the hands towards you. Just drop the fingers down and then towards you again, and towards you. So you should have felt that in your wrist. Do a little bit of a massage of the wrists and then shake it out. Okay. So from here, we're going to practice coming out of the chair, this is for anybody, whether you're older or not. It's a wonderful exercise for these bottom muscles, the glutes, tummy muscles, thigh muscles, hamstring muscles. So I do this myself. And even though I'm not, we're at different ages, you might find this really helpful. And it also gives you the strength to come out of chairs without using your hands. If you need support at first, just put your hand on the chair and support yourself. Otherwise, take your hands, place them on your thighs, lean forward, and just pick your bottom up just a little bit off the chair. Just make sure the chair is behind you and then lift back up. And then inhale forward, just lift up just a little bit. And then place that bottom down. So you're going to feel the bottom first, the chair, and then place it down. Inhale forward and then lift up. You're going to come up a little bit higher this time and then make lower down and just touch the chair and then down. So lots of muscular work. Inhale, lift about halfway. So you're almost getting up and then you decide, oh, I think I'm going to sit back down. And again, if you can only do a few of these, you do 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 and take a break and keep breathing and then down and then you try again. Now the next set is we're going to lift up and we're going to come almost like 3/4 of the way up and then we're going to lower down. And then we're going to lean forward and we're going to lift up. So think about feel all the muscles working in these legs and tummy. And then we're going to come down. Now you have an option, hands on the thighs. We're going to do 2 more. If you can get through 2 more, bring your hands in front of you. We'll keep them apart. And then lift up, just about almost to full standing. And then lower yourself down. Feel the chair underneath you first. And I get to see myself, so it's a lot easier. But you have to feel in and then lift. This time lift all the way up and come to standing. And let the arms drop down. And let's shake out our knees. You might have felt your knees working. Okay. Let's do some movement to warm up our legs and warm up our spine. Simply by kind of twisting from side to side. Bending one knee, straightening the other leg, flipping the arms, going the opposite direction of the straight leg. Let the arms dangle. These are called ragdoll arms because you're letting them swing as if they're barely attached. Or they're just attached by a few strings. And see if you can go a little faster. If you can, go faster or stay whatever pace is best for you. If you can't stand for any reason, you sit on the chair and you swing your arms. So some people, they just need pure chair yoga and you can get as much out of it. So I'm going to move away from the chair so I can swing. So what we're doing is we're bending and straightening, bending and straightening, and then swinging and swinging and swinging, getting the heart rate up a little bit today. Flip. And then from here, I want you to bring your right arm up. I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see me. So you're going to reach the arm up and then the other arm up. I don't care which side you're on. Just bend and lift, bend and lift. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Actually, not opposite arm, it's the same leg. Reach, 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 breathe it, keep the breath moving. This is another thing that can be done sitting on the chair. Just lift the arms up. Now, we're going to come back, just keep the legs moving. You're going to bring your left arm forward and across, and then right arm forward and across, and then forward and across. Just alternate between the arms. So stretching out and working these side muscles, up and upper back. So these classes can all be done on the chair, but if you are able to do some standing, keep the chair nearby in case you need to put your fingers on it or hold on, and then just shake it out. So your legs might have felt that, little circles. Okay, so if you have weights, grab them. If you don't, let them be. Pretend you have weights, using your own resistance. So we're going to be what we're working on are these muscles here that get in our. We seem to have problems especially as we get older with the extra little skin or people. It's usually skin, and we lose muscle in our arms very quickly. So what we're going to do is you're going to take 1 or 2. I know this is quite intense. If you're new to this, usually I suggest anybody, if they're new to a weight, just use 1. But I'm going to actually use 2. So what we're going to do is lift the arms up. You can do this sitting as well. You're going to take 1, and you're going to, the weight in your hand, and you're going to lift and lower, and lift and lower. So I will be doing double. Down, inhale up, exhale down. If you cannot get your arms up this high, you can just go like this. You can alternate between the arms and not bring them over your head. I'll show you that in a second. So those who can do this, it's inhale, lift, and exhale down. So those who can't, you do this. Lift up and down. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down, and then let the arms just shake it out. So what you're doing here, either with 1 weight, no weight, or 2 weights in your hands again, just like this. This time, bend the knees, make sure they're wider than your hips, and I want us to reach them forward and back. Don't drop the weights. I know you have to be careful you don't swing. There's no momentum here. You're reaching forward, and then you're down, then you're bringing them back. Reaching them forward, bringing them back. Reaching forward, bringing back. Make sure your back is straight, that you're in a little squat, or little, your knees are bent, not significantly. Just there's a slight bend to the knees. I'm sure you're feeling this because I am. And then let's lift up nice and tall. Just do a little bit of a shake. Now, with the weights or not the weights, we're going to bring the hands in front of us, so they're in separate hands now. And you're going to bring the arms back and squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then inhale forward. Don't swing the weights, bring them forward as if you're doing this exercise in water. So you have to take it slow. And then back, inhale and exhale forward. As you exhale, I want your tummy pulled in. As you inhale, you can soften the belly. There's a micro bend to the knees, or maybe even a little bit more than a micro bend. Forward and back. Forward and back. I can feel this. You're starting to sweat. Back and forward. One more time, back, and that's it. Put them down. Let's just take a moment and we're going to take your right hand, the left hand. Actually, let's sit down and do this. This is a lot easier. Come back to your seat. Take your right arm, reach it up to the sky, and just let it drop down onto your shoulder blade. Take your right hand, put it on your elbow, and just slide the hand down your back. I just realized I haven't done some of these other exercises in a while, the arm exercises. I'll bring them tomorrow. They're called eagle arms, and I have to remember to do that. And then let's just switch. Let's bring the left arm up, bend the elbow. Take your right hand on top of the elbow and just stretch out the back. So this is a stretch. This is not a strengthener. Just stretching out that tricep. Breathing in and out, and then release down and just shake it out, like as if you're now a ballerina, or a swan. Shake out those arms, loosen them up. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to take this. We're going to take our towel. You want to try and put it on something that's slippery. If you're sitting on a wooden floor, that's ideal. But you might want to, if you happen to have a mat, you can place it on that. If it's on a rug or a carpet, it's harder to do. So what you're doing is you're laying it down on the ground and you're starting at the very bottom of the, this is a foot exercise. And what we're doing here is we're gathering the towel with our toes. So we're scrunching our toes on the towel and we're gathering the towel 1 foot at a time. This is a really wonderful stretch. I mean, strengthener for your toes. So and for your arches. And then come back to the top and then just smooth it out again. And let's do one more. Opposite. Keep going, scrunching. I don't care if you don't really get to the towel. Just scrunch the toes. It's as if you're trying to grab something with your toes, scrunching them and then releasing. So if that's as far as you go, then that's as much as I want you to do. So we did 2 sets. We'll stick with those 2 sets. Pick the towel up with your hands. And I want you to just take the towel and twist it. And then lift it up. And we'll use this to stretch out our shoulders. Reach the arms up to the sky and then bring the arms back, opening up that chest. You might be feeling that your feet are awake now, if they weren't already. And then just let the arms drop to the right, stretching out that left side. And then inhale the arms back up and exhaling to the left. And then inhale back up and then bring the arms back, 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 back. And then let the arms, then drop it. And we're going to just circle the wrists. And let's take our right ankle on our left thigh. And just lay it on top or cross it over the left front of that left leg, that left ankle. If you cannot lift your leg up comfortably, flex that foot and I want you to inhale and exhale, reach forward. So you're leaning forward and you're looking over your foot. If you have back problems, then just pull the belly in. I'll show you what that looks like. You're going to round the spine. If you don't have back issues, you lean forward with a straight spine. I mean back issues where it's chronically it's chronically a problem, then don't do that. Because you don't want to tug on your lower back more than anything. Take your left ankle on your right thigh or across that ankle. Make sure that foot is flexed, your knee and ankle are in line. Take an inhale, and again the same thing, either lean forward. You get to see the side of me. So I'm leaning over with a straight spine, or some of us will have to bring the belly in, pull it in, and round the spine. But you'll get more of that stretch in that left bottom cheek by leaning forward and breathe in, and then lift back up. And then that's almost done. Almost done. So 30 minutes, very fast, lots of every class is different. There's going to be the similar things throughout. I'll weave it in, but you won't get it in exactly the same class each time. So let's inhale. Let's take a breath in this time and reach the arms up. Keep breathing up that ladder. And just exhale, float the arms down. And notice if it's easier to breathe, take an inhale, lift. And exhale down. Funny how I feel the same way. At the very beginning, I always find it difficult to take those big, deep breaths. Inhale, lift up. This time, let the hands come together. Float the hands in front of your heart. And let yourself bow your head to your hands just for a moment as a gesture of gratitude towards yourself and towards whomever you're doing this practice with, whether it's via video or you have people in the room. And take this one last moment and take one more deep breath in and out. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for being with me. I will see you soon. And this is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane.